Hi, I'm Denis Royo, known as Jaromil, and I'm CTO of Dyne.org, a non-profit foundation for the development of software that empowers communities. We are part of the DECODE project, an ambitious and urgent plan to develop a system for data ownership, for the ownership of citizens of their data, and for the creation of a category of commons for the data. Nowadays data is a very precious asset and is used by companies to provide services that respond to precise needs and desires of people. And we want the citizens of cities like Amsterdam and Barcelona to know where their data goes, how is processed and why, and also until then. That's what we define as data ownership. We aim to develop technical solutions that provide cryptographic secure systems for this goal. The free and open source ethic brings with it a lot of community development values, as well the possibility to transparently look into the code and what the code does. For what we call ownership, it's absolutely a condition, a conditio sine qua non. We can actually verify this sort of situation. We cannot imagine to have transparency without disclosing the code. And that's also why in DECODE we plan to develop a language that makes it very clear to how people define their data will be processed. People should care about their data for multiple reasons. One is an incentive. Clearly companies are making money with their data. And politicians are taking better decisions, namely they are looking at aggregated data that is actually important to address directly the needs of people. Within urban settlements especially, where the density is high and the demands are many, aggregation of data and showing this sort of data in a dashboard can really help to make better decisions. As well, companies use this data to provide services. So people should really care about their own private data and how it's being used, because that is an asset in their hands, is also their way to participate into a system, and they should be choosing this. Nowadays we have a very confusionary situation. Every time we input our data into a new system, we duplicate it, we give it to a new entity, and this new entity has different terms of service and privacy guidelines that may change from nation states to nation states, for instance, and with different laws. So what we want really to avoid is that this is an endless duplication. We want people to have control of their data and grant its use only when and where and for what they agree to. So I think it's very important to understand that we must start from the people, we, the citizens, the people that participate into situations, to decide how our data is treated. We cannot demand big, large multinationals and corporations and institutions to treat our data in a conform way, in a way that conforms the commons and also the upcoming General Directive on Privacy Rights, without us being in power to decide to do so. So DECODE tries really to develop a technical solution to empower people to be in control of their data. Well, the technical background, the technical environment in which DECODE is ascribed is that of a modern, if not contemporary society that really accelerates its development in ICT. And I think it's pretty clear that in the last 3-4 years we have seen an acceleration also in cryptography and what are cryptographic algorithms and what they allow people to do. So software became a sort of architecture. We really use it to build buildings that are enforcing walls between rooms, and actually design the way people communicate among each other. The technology in DECODE tries to leverage all the new possibilities offered by encryption with worldwide renowned partners that have expertise in these fields, and apply all the new solutions that cryptographic research is offering now and scientists know well to the people. We try to make it hit the street, so to say, and really to apply all these advantages in a non-financial but functional way for the social good. DECODE started 1 year ago, as of the time of this interview. We are at the beginning of 2018, And on top of 1 year of development, we encourage people to get involved exactly in that, in developing, in adapting it, in building new interfaces, and in looking in what are the foundational technologies that we will adopt in DECODE. It is actually a bit too early to get involved in first person. We have 3-4 pilots that we're following more closely, and by the mid of 2018 we will start having meetups and hackathon to involve more people. So the best way is definitely to sign up for the newsletter that will keep you informed well when the events will happen. And if you're technically skilled, have a look at our GitHub. We published a lot of code already there, and you can look in which direction it goes. Especially if those listening are GNU Linux heads, then you like really to look into our operating system that we are developing. It's a full-fledged operating system based on Dev1, is GNU Linux, is free and open source, and it can be rebuilt according to your flavors. We try to build a secure environment in which to run the applications, and has plenty of capabilities actually for the security and for the autonomous deployment of this environment. It's not the usual GNU Linux distribution. You'll be surprised.